It is Tuesday, December 30th, and just want to say what happened last night. I didn't do much. I was doing a lot of programming, updating my file sync force, and I did get together. I went to the bowling alley with Donna and talked to this guy named Jason Willie, and part of the Burnsville Bowl link. That, anyways, we must have talked for like an hour and a half. We talk about a lot of stuff, and I guess he's pretty much likes me now, so that's good news. I think he sincerely likes me. Anyways, but we're talking about family, and how that's most important to us, and how I miss my kids. And before I talked to him about this, I'd been thinking about what happened with Rudy, and when I supposedly have upset Tammy or dissed her, or somehow dissed her in, I don't know, whatever way. They came upon my thoughts yesterday that I forgot about this, that when I first met Tammy's husband, and I don't think it's actually her literal husband, it's just sort of what they call, what the mob calls these people, the boyfriend or whatever they are. Anyway, I met him about 2 years ago, and he just had this. I tried to sit next to Tammy, and like I normally was 2 years ago, we're pretty friendly, and I usually sat next to her to chat with her, and I sat next to her and this guy, and he had a problem with me sitting next to my friend, who is also his girlfriend, and he's thinking that I'm like moving in on her and stuff, and evidently it's rude for me to talk to my friends, and Tammy didn't want to back me up on this. So basically, I realized that this was the end of our friendship here. But it was about the next day or two, when I realized that this guy, that she, her husband or her boyfriend, whatever, this guy, I had a psychic impression that he has molested my daughter Nicole. So, and I thought about doing something. I thought about like trying to report this, but I just realized just what a bunch of losers the police department are. They require this thing called evidence, and yet when a woman cries rape, they seem to jump on that. So I just didn't think that I would get much creed for what I was trying to do there. And I wasn't sure. It's just a strong vibe, from above, that from God was telling me this. And over the next, I would meet somebody else over at the one second. The Eagles Club in Shakopee. Didn't meet it. There was another guy that I met that I suspect is molested her. So I believe that's the only two I've met that God gave me the inclination that this was occurring. But I've also, through psychic means, think that about 6 have done this. And what they do is, they're like magicians, and they just snap their fingers, and in one snap of the fingers, my daughter was in a nice, safe environment with my ex-wife, with her mother, and next thing you know, she is in his bedroom, and she's doing things to her, and it's not real. It's not real. It's part of the unreal. Unfortunately, this is. It may be true. So yeah, that's the thing about, you look up the real and unreal link I've got above on my site, and despite the fact that it's not real, does not mean that it's not true. So again, with little evidence to go on here, I'm basically, with Rudy alleging that I'm dissing his sister, and he's really like mad and ready to fight for his sister. I just think that maybe it's time that I started making my own accusations too. If he wants to make up some crap, then I'll make up some crap too. And I think mine's true. So I'm not exactly sure where this will lead, but as far as getting some proof and investigating this, I would like to investigate this, and I might have my ex talk to my daughter, because I've seen Nicole two or three times for when she's been here for the summer, and since I found this out, and she does this thing, she prays really hard when she goes to sleep, and I'm wondering if she's praying that the demons don't get her or something, just as an inclination. So I ask her, what are you thinking about? What are you praying for? She doesn't answer. And she says, I say, again, Nicole, is there anything bad you want to discuss or anything? She says, oh, nothing. I said, well, what are you praying for? I mean, what exactly do you pray for? I mean, what does the little girl pray for? I mean, and she doesn't answer. She's never answered my questions of what she's praying for. And, it could be just simple kid stuff, but you would think that kid stuff would be able to talk about anything, that's kid-like, praying for a new toy or something. But she doesn't talk, and so this is the real indication that maybe something has gone on here. And she was also bedwetting about 4 or 5 years ago. So, I don't know when this started, if this has been occurring. I do believe it's stopped now. I don't believe it's been happening for a while now. But nevertheless, if it did occur, Rudy was a little bit upset or actually he was incredibly upset, ready to ignite death at me for, insulting his sister. And yet, what if I suspect that Rudy knows of this molestation that has occurred of my daughter? Oh. Yeah, a few insults versus molesting my daughter. I wonder who has the right to be madder. I realize that this is quite an accusation to be making. I mean, felony behavior. But you know what? I've accused over a dozen defendants of trying to kill me, which is felony behavior, and so far I have not gotten one answer to refute it. So it seems like every wild and crazy thing I make up appears to go unrefuted under the oath. So I'm going to need some statements from Tammy or her boyfriend disputing this allegation. One second. Again, I'm not going to assume that this has occurred, but I would like is a statement under oath indicating that this has not taken place, and then I will believe it. I will believe it, and I will not think a word of it. I just need this to be known. I just need to know what's going on here. For my own peace of mind, right? I care for my daughter. She's very precious to me, and if this has occurred, I hope not, but if I don't get statements, then I'm going to assume, without a negative, that it means a positive. It's kind of like if you don't take a polygraph, it infers you've done something wrong. When you don't sign something under oath to negate a felony behavior, I'm going to assume you are guilty. That's not actually legal. It's not actually a legal way of, they call it pleading the fifth. It's a beautiful legal system we got going here. They don't actually care about the truth. They just care about what you say and what the evidence is. Unfortunately, the unreal has little evidence other than the truth, which can only be gotten through the oath. And by the way, it's not just Tammy's boyfriend that has done this, but Tammy, I believe, participated or watched the actual event. So here's Tammy feeling offended that I have somehow insulted her, and yet she's participating in the molestation of my child, allegedly. Again, I'm not going to quite assume this yet. I'm just going to wait for some statements under oath, and then I'll put my mind at ease. One interesting thing that occurred last Sunday night, I'm leaving the bar and I see this guy. I've never met him before, and he tells me that he evidently knows Rudy, and he says that he is a lover to Tammy. So Rudy calls her his sister, but I know that they have lingo for the mob and mafia. They call good friends sisters and brothers, kind of like black people do, sisters and brothers. So I realized that. So that's why I think that's why Rudy is mad, is because it's not only his sister, but his lover too. So so this probably would explain. I mean, it's carrying this grudge for literally a year or two. But you know, of course, it has to come forward only when he owes me some money. So that's just the weasel behavior that he exhibits. So I gave Teddy a call. That's Rudy's buddy. Told Teddy that you know, there appears to be an issue with the $300, some kind of driving force for now that I've dissed or insulted Tammy of some sort. I told him about this what this guy said about him being lovers with her, with Tammy, and I guess I don't know what's happening, but they are blood sisters, so I'm not sure what's happening there. But I left a phone call for Teddy, and I would have played it for you, except for I didn't record it right. So I'm now going to show you a phone call to Rudy. Hey, Rudy, Chris Roller. Hey, it appears that we got more of a problem than originally thought. And I don't know how I insulted Tammy. I don't know if I called her a whore or what, but it must be something getting made up here, because I mean, if there's wild accusations, I've got one of my own. A couple years ago, I suspect I met Tammy's husband, and I suspect that he and Tammy participated in the molestation of my child. Her name is Nicole. And you took offense to me insulting Tammy allegedly, so now I'm allegedly accusing those two, and maybe you have found out about this, of my daughter being molested by Tammy's husband. So it appears that we've got a party going on, and the $300 with interest now is $400. So let me know when you can pay it up. Otherwise, I'm just going to use the interest as entertainment value for my show. But I will end this on a happy note. Julie contacted me. I don't have a link posted on her yet. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about people that I've been intimate with. And anyway, she was one. And in the Mobile Virgin link, I've got posted in there how ladies psychically, I find out psychically ladies are getting pregnant. The ones that I've been with that were infertile before. Well, Julie was infertile due to STD when she was like 18 or 19, and so it's been 5 or 6 years she's been sterile. But after being with me, she now tells me in an email that she's now pregnant. So, and she's got a boyfriend that she's getting married to. So, congratulations to her, and congratulations to B for being correct on my psychic impressions. So, one second. Like I say in the Mobile Virgin link, I have a way of fixing the ladies that I'm with. If they have infertility problems, they seem to get fixed. Maybe not right away, but for Julie it took 3 months. And I used a rubber with her all the time. Anyways, I fixed her, so I don't need to go bare to fix them, I guess. So, used to be infertile, now she's fertile. Congratulations, Julie.